The Honor Watch ES has been out for 6 months now. And yes, that is the sound of somebody drilling outside my house, which is why I've decided to not do the video I was going to film today, and instead I'm going to revisit the video where I went out and I did a walk with the ES watch, and I talked about my feelings about it. But at that point I'd only had the watch for a couple of weeks, so I was still getting used to how it actually worked. Now I've had it for 6 months, bit like the TWS earbuds video, I'm going to take another look about how I feel about it and some of the key points about why it's such a good purchase. So let's just set this up. Let's go for a walk. In January I started a 30 mile in 30 day challenge to try and get myself out of the house a little bit more. And on days like today, when there's drilling happening right outside my house and my kids are screaming at each other because it's still the Easter holidays, I'm pretty glad that I did take this challenge up. The Watch ES has been helping me quite a bit, and since January I've been using it almost daily. The software is intuitive, easy, and it's very, very simple to actually get decent results out of it, to see where you've been progressing and achieving your goals. I've actually started to gamify it a little, and posting my results to Facebook every couple of days has given me the spur to carry on and keep doing more. The screen is a different size and shape to the GS Pro, which I was using quite heavily up until January this year. But I've got really used to it now. The 1.64 inch rectangular display has a PPI of 326, it's touchscreen, it's quick. I thought I would still prefer the GS Pro, but actually the ES feels really comfy to use. It's only 10.7 millimeters thick and 30 millimeters wide on the frame itself. The GS Pro is a lot bulkier, so for somebody who has smaller wrists, you might find that the Watch ES is a better shape and fit for you. The Watch ES has an extensive collection of exercise and workout routines built into the watch that allows you to track your activities. I'm going to fall down this in a minute. Now, of course, I'd be remiss if I wasn't to mention the fact that lockdown has somewhat destroyed my ability to try some of these out, and I've been waiting for the opportunity to actually go and try swimming with the ES watch. But if you saw a couple of months ago, I did actually put the ES watch into a pint of water to see what would happen, and it was perfectly fine. The Watch ES does have a rating of 5 ATM. What I have been able to try though are the 12 animated workout routines that you can perform in your home. For someone like myself who doesn't really do a huge amount of exercise, I can look at the watch and it will give me a pictorial guideline of exactly what moves I'm supposed to do with the repetitions and track me on it. That's really good. And whilst that's been a little bit of a challenge lately when I hurt my foot, I have got the intention of carrying this forward. In fact, having it always on my wrist does give me the feeling to actually try and kick myself into going ahead and doing some more of these activities. Perhaps one of the things that I would suggest to people who write the software is to think about maybe setting alarms or setting something that will actually prompt you to try and go ahead and do some more of these workout routines. Maybe you can set a program structure for a week, and then it will tell you at 10 AM you're going to be doing the stretch, and at 12 o'clock you're going to start doing some of the body fat workouts. But you know, in reality, you could just set alarms to do that anyway, so that's not exactly a massive thing. Battery on the ES has not been a problem yet. 10 days use out of one single charge is massively appealing. Admittedly, the GS Pro is still the king here, where you can charge it once and then completely forget about it for a whole month, which in this world of recharging almost everything you do is completely bonkers. The charger itself is sleek and minimalist in design, and the way it magnetizes onto the back of the watch is really, really slick. It feels nice, quick and easy to use, and best of all, it's not a chore. A handful of the other features that I've used quite extensively over the last few months is the sleep tracking and also the heart rate monitor, alongside the stress monitor. Having such an extended battery life works really well when it comes to using the sleep tracking function, because you're less worried about losing battery power. Leaving it on your wrist and tracking your sleep patterns overnight, over a period of days or months, can really lead to some great information to try and digest and understand where you could be getting more sleep, or perhaps you're getting too much sleep. I think it's highly telling as well, the fact that my wife, who used to work in a watch shop, and has never had a smartwatch before, is also now using an ES watch herself, and she's getting to grips with all of the benefits that it can now bring to her life. I do find it really handy that notifications do come through onto the watch itself, and of course if somebody phones me, it will tell me that I've got an incoming call, which I can then take from my phone. Now it does have a remote shutter functionality, which basically means that if you are taking pictures yourself, you can put your phone somewhere on a ledge, step back from it, and then control the actual shutter from your watch itself, or set a timer, which of course is a lovely welcome function. And I nearly fell over then, yes! Now there is a huge plethora of different watch faces available. Loads of them are preloaded already onto the watch, and then there's many more that you can get through the separate app. Now being old, I've only really stuck to a handful of maybe 5 different screens that I use repeatedly, but the option is there. And of course, if you do like to muck around and have different faces for every day of the week, you've got that option in droves. You shouldn't have any problems fulfilling a creative desire to look a little bit different with this watch. And of course, looking different is what this watch does. It comes in 3 different colours. Now I use the black one, my wife uses the white one, and there is also a pink version available. So where does this leave us? Well, the watch itself is sub £100, but the feature set that you get inside that watch at that price point, it's still a bargain. And the key features being the easy to use screen, the workout modes, the health tracking, and the fact that it looks cool. It's a nice looking watch, but the battery is amazing. So in the long and short of it, I'm perfectly happy with using my ES, and I think I'll be continuing to use it for some time to come. It's probably going to rain, isn't it? I'm going to head home. Thank you very much. Take care of each other. Bye.